The biggest thing that needs to change for women's sports is how people view women's sports. It's always like we're answering the question, well, nobody watches women's sports, nobody invests in women's sports, nobody goes to women's sports games, and that's just not true. The media isn't telling the story that there are fans and that there is investment and these players are incredible.
Arguments abound for the so-called lack of success of women's sports leagues like the WNBA or NWSL. It's not hard to find angry men in the media who are all too eager to tell you that women simply can't run as fast or jump quite as high as men, rendering the WNBA unwatchable. But there are multiple examples proving that what people are actually drawn to is exciting competition, regardless of the level, which is why college football is the second most popular sport in the country and March Madness sweeps the nation every winter. Another popular argument is that women's leagues just don't draw the eyeballs that their male counterparts do. And while men's pro games often get better TV ratings than their female counterparts, it's also true that women get a tiny fraction of the media promotion that men do. The U.S. women's national soccer team is the rare example in the American market where some of that valuable promotional energy that men's leagues take for granted has been applied to the women's side. And what are the results of that investment? The women's team gets higher TV ratings than the men, they sell more merchandise than the men, and they have a higher average attendance at their games than the men. What if that attention were paid to women's sports across the board? What would happen if women's franchises, often created as offshoots of existing men's teams, could negotiate deals for themselves, could market their players as stars in their own right, and secure the same kind of media promotion men's teams routinely receive? This year, on the 50th anniversary of the passage of Title IX, Natalie Portman, Julie Ehrman, and Kara Norton, the co-founders of the brand new Angel City FC women's soccer team, intend to find out.
Angel City FC was the brainchild of Natalie Portman, the actress and activist. During her work with Time's Up, she learned about the inequities that the U.S. women's national team was facing while embarking on their U.S. soccer lawsuit. She partnered with Kara Norton, who's a venture capitalist in Los Angeles, and then myself to build a new type of sports team for Los Angeles where mission and capital could coexist. We felt like the biggest way to have impact and ultimately drive for equity for these incredible athletes that are truly cultural icons was to have a seat at the table. We went to the National Women's Soccer League and said we wanted to be your 12th expansion team and bring a professional women's soccer team to Los Angeles. We don't think of ourselves purely as a football club. This is something bigger. We're building a platform that stands for equity and impact. Our goal is to be a global brand so that we can have impact on a global stage and build a really entertaining, exciting team while we're at it. We couldn't be more thrilled that the U.S. women's national team is going to get pay equity with the U.S. men's national team. And this was something that was long overdue. It's an incredible first step. We hope to drive to pay equity, in the NWSL. We know it's going to take a number of years, but we're on the path to get there.
I think we're fighting every day to make sure that people support us, people understand us, so that future players will be able to just play soccer and not have to worry about what they look like, how much money they have, what they believe in, how they identify. I think the dream is to be like the men where they get to go and just do their job every day and make a ton of money, and that's what we're pushing for.
Look, we wouldn't be here without Title IX. We're incredibly thankful for Title IX. We have owners that played an integral role in continuing to grow women's sports with Billie Jean King. When people ask me, who do I look up to, it's what she has done, because she also changed the game. When you think about Billie Jean, she said that it wasn't enough, right? She wasn't willing to accept less, and so she took the chance to go out on her own, which I think is something that Angel City is doing a lot as well. We are thankful for those who paved the way for us, and we hope to pave the way for others. 5 years, I want to have a couple of rings on these fingers. I don't know if the NWSL does rings, but I'll make them for our team. I want to see $10 million of impact per year in our community versus the $1 million that we've hit today. I want Angel City to be a global brand, so no matter where you are in the world, people know who Angel City is and what we stand for. And I want us to achieve equity for our players.